It's time for Your Music Live here on Studio Live today. Let's do it to it.
Your music, your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live.
Yes, it is Your Music Live here on Studio Live today. Forget the fact that I had my wrong mixer channel on there to start with. I hope you heard the theme music. We're a professional outfit around here. As long as you hear the music that we're about to play here on the show, I think we're going to be okay. This is Your Music Live. It's brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. If you're looking to release your music to Spotify, to Apple Music, all over the world, all you need to do is check out the link up there and down in the description. What we do here on this show is we play your music and we do it live, hence the name Your Music Live. And we've got a wonderful selection of tunes to play for you here today. So why don't we kick things off with a little bit of funk, shall we? So this is our friend Wi-Fi, the artist formerly known as Wilder Fire, and this is a song called Pulse to kick us off and get our groove on here on Your Music Live.
Don't need to check my pulse whenever I'm next to you. My beat so fast, the way you smile, I feel it too. Heart is racing, you got me sweating, deep in my feelings. I'm going crazy. Now when you say that makes my thoughts keep on racing. Sing the way you are that leave me speechless. Don't need to check my pulse whenever I'm next to you. My beat so fast, the way you smile, I feel it. Don't need to check my pulse whenever I'm next to you. My beat so fast, the way you smile, I feel it too. When I first met you, I knew I loved you. I played it cool so you'd have time to get. When I try to make a point to not seem special, it's in the little things I see that only I will. Every time I think about you, I'm about to go into a cardiac arrest. Hopping in my chest, I can catch my breath for that love. You got me back to flatline. Heartbeats at an all-time high. Don't need to check my pulse whenever I'm next to you. My beat so fast, the way you smile, I feel it too. Don't need to check my pulse whenever I'm next to you. My beat so fast, the way you smile, I feel it too. Don't need to check my pulse.
Little bit of Wi-Fi with some Pulse to kick us off today. I thought as soon as I heard that track and I was getting ready for the show, I'm like, that is going to wake me up and hopefully wake everyone else up and get you all ready for the next 2 hours, because we got some absolute cracking tunes. The quality, I say it every week, it's a bit cliched now, but the quality of the music that's shared here just seems to continue getting better every week. I dig it in a big bad way. Speaking of digging things, oh, by the way, Wi-Fi said about that one, Wi-Fi, aka Wildfire, is a masked virtual artist, a performer that you will never see, but will always be there. That may seem less human, but the heartbeats in this music is very real. This song shows the humanity in love and the fear of rejection. Please enjoy the funk pop called Pulse. And I did, and I'm sure many of you did as well. It was indeed a very cool tune. Let's move on. Any metal fans in the house? I thought we would, if that didn't wake you up, let's jump us over to SoundCloud. We'll see if we have any Lotto Cat sightings or any other ads here on SoundCloud today. No. Oh, we do. We have an ad. So we're finding out about Australia's positive energy. Let's just see what's going on over here.
The Green Steel, a superhero. Sorry, what?
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we'll just wait for the ad to finish because these Australian ads are a little bit wacky. So we usually only get 1 or 2 ads on here. But while we do that, let's tell you about this song. They say, guitars and vocals recorded by myself at home. Bass and keys were done by my buddy Leon. He recorded at his house and sent me the files online. I'm on vocals and on all guitars. I'm not a singer, but I do it anyway. We love to hear that, actually. Most people that say, I'm not a singer, but I do it anyway, then you listen to them and you're like, that's actually really cool. All right, let's give this one a spin. This is Ramo Baramia and a little ditty called Last Words. Yeah, I went from pop to hard liquor in seconds, exactly right. You never know what you're going to get on this show. I hope you're not in for one genre or one type of music, because we got it all going on here. That was Ramo Baramia with Last Words. A very, very cool tune and a lot of energy in that one, which, and I agree, Marcus, the vocal fits it really well. Really well done there from our friend Ramo. Let's move on to we're really spanning the different genres here early on. It's going to be a good show. Trust me on this one, people. This is an artist that we've played once before. They released via DistroKid, so you know that they're extra cool. It's an artist by the name of KJ Cunningham, and she's got a track here called Dead Flowers, and she says, I wrote this song about waking up to your partner gone, and they've taken almost everything that had meaning to the two of you, and the song is available on all platforms because KJ Cunningham is smart enough to release using our friends at DistroKid. So let's take a listen to this one. KJ Cunningham with Dead Flowers on Your Music Live.
Another bad night, another bad fight, another look in your eyes that I don't like, another goodbye, or do you need time? This happens so much, I swear I'ma lose my mind. But I guess you had enough. Can't believe I fell it all. You left in such a rush. Before I could stop you, you took the car, took the dog, and all your favorite shoes, all the books that we bought, and the clothes I got you. And when I woke, all I had left of you was just 10
by KJ Cunningham here on Your Music Live. She is the real deal. Go and check out her music over on Spotify or Apple Music or anywhere, because again, DistroKid give you the ability to get your stuff out there everywhere. And I won't say discovered, but I first heard KJ Cunningham on slaps.com, which is DistroKid's online music sharing platform. I'm sure we'll be playing some slaps.com tunes later in the show as well. Let's move on to our next artist. This is an artist that we've played, not for a while, but we have played them before. They're called Soul Extension, and they say No Cure, No Pay is a song about misfortune and trying to find a way out. Some do and some don't. How more helping hands are needed. Recorded on my iPad mini in GarageBand. You know, we've got mad respect for our GarageBand creators around here. This is Soul Extension with No Cure, No Pay.
Rest your head on this block of stone. Call this cardboard box your home. This city roars and moves on. Sleepless nights waiting for the sun. I guess you'd say after now another way. No cure, no pay. Try to keep up with the man. Grab my hand as fast as you can. All together form a line. Only ours, no more mine. I guess you'd say after now another way. No cure, no pay.
I really like that, and yeah, it's a really catchy song, except every time I hear that chorus, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Anyone else getting a my girl? Anyway, yeah, a bit of an Oasis feel out of that one. I like it. Just had a nice sort of overall driving feel to it there, so very good job from our man Bart and Soul Extension there. Yeah, nice and crunchy, wasn't it? Nice and crunchy like my morning cornflakes. Let's grab our next track here, because we've got a plethora of outstanding music to get through. I always say that. We're going to get through this music. No, we've got an outstanding amount of music to enjoy and savor here today, including this next one from our man Clayton Von Kluge, who says, this is a jazzish, bluesy sound voyage around A minor 7 and D, two of my favorite chords, done with a full-sized chord keyboard and Machine Mach 3, plugged into GarageBand as well as several samples. I don't recall using any loops except for risers and cymbal swells. Some GB instruments were used in the video from Pexels, which is a good place to get some free video goodness for your video project. So this is incorrect already. That Australia's there. I'm actually an actor in a studio. Australia doesn't exist. Don't you read the news, Clayton? I'm sorry. I've been getting a little bit peeved by conspiracy theory stuff this week. So yeah, someone told me this week that I don't exist and Australia is not real. Yeah. Anyway, let's play this one. Sorry, Clayton, I've taken away from this. This is Staring Across a Smoky Room. Clayton Von Kluge on Your Music Live. A little bit of jazzy goodness there for your Saturday morning or Friday afternoon or Friday evening. Depends where you are in the world, in this wonderful world of music that we have here. But I hope you are doing well. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. And thank you to Clayton Von Cluj for sharing that track. Let's move to our next tune. And I think this might be someone that we haven't actually played before. Oh, no, it's not. Don't worry. I was like, what's this? Is this? No. Just sometimes the artist names fool me a little bit, and that's what happened with this one. But no, this is our friend Luriality Arts, and it is Sunshine at Midnight. They say, wrote this tune on my little lunar piece ukulele for something to do while waiting for my keyboard player to show up to his house to practice. Then redid the whole thing in GarageBand. See if you can catch all the double and triple entendres in this light-hearted blues tune. I love a bit of double entendre, double entendre, and triple entendre for the win. All right, let's just play the song, Johns. All right, we'll just cue this up because it did skip forward just a second there. And let's take a listen to this one. This is Sunshine at Midnight on Your Music Live.
I love your laugh, but it's bittersweet. When I find you're laughing at me, it's kind of twisted, but I like that vibe. Come on, give me just one more slide. Love's as sweet as a promise ring, twice as hard to swing. Swing it, baby. Maybe I'm deluded, or maybe just too kind, or maybe something about you makes me lose my mind.
Right? A little bit of bluesy soul, swinging it with the organ and the vocals. I love it when those little happy accidents happen where it's usually when you're just messing about, that you come up with the best ideas and you get these cool little ditties that you're just playing around with while you're waiting for something. That's why GarageBand, and that's why having a phone or an iPad with you pretty much all the time, as I do and as many of us do, is a great thing, because you can just do your thing. You can create music wherever you are, and if you capture an idea, you can just get it down and then create it and then sculpt it into an awesome track like that one. Well done. Thank you very much there to our friend Luriality Arts. And I gotta hit that subscribe button because I often forget to do that when I play a tune from someone that I want to come back to and check out again. Speaking of someone that I want to come back to and check out again and again and again, it's our friend Colin Stanton out of Montreal. And Colin this week says, this is one of the songs best left for the song to tell us what it wishes us to hear. I only hope you enjoy its simplicity and sincerity. Very cool. It is called Take Me Back to a Simpler Time. And I'll play this one and then we'll talk about our friends Distro Kid for just a couple of minutes, because I know Colin Stanton has been having a lot of fun getting out there and starting to release music on Distro Kid. So something that many of us didn't think we'd ever be able to do on our own. And Distro Kid gives you the ability to do that. And I'll tell you how in around about 2 minutes after we take a listen to this song. This is Take Me Back to a Simpler Time. Colin Stanton on Your Music Live.
Take me back to those places, a simpler time, in a different world. It's been too long, we've been lonely. It's been too long, we've kept our souls apart. So take me back to those places I recall. Deep down inside, take me back to those places, simpler time, in a different world.
Yes, a Stanton ovation. Mark Lovell with the puns. Mark Cronk, Song Lovell. Thank you for chopping on by. Good stuff from Colin Stanton there. I appreciate you sharing another tune, and I hope you are enjoying the process of releasing using our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Now, if you don't know what DistroKid are all about, here's the deal. Here's all of my music, and here's how I release it. I just go here to DistroKid and I upload the song file, I upload some album artwork, I put in my metadata, and then I hit submit. And then DistroKid do all the rest. And as you can see here, I have not held back in releasing a bunch of songs and EPs and albums because for one low price, you can release an unlimited amount of albums, EPs, and singles using DistroKid. And one of the features of DistroKid that I think is underrated, excuse me, I'm getting so choked up. I love DistroKid so much. One of the features that is underrated and you should be adding to your songs, don't do as I do, I haven't added it to anywhere near as much, is your lyrics. So if you go into your goodies here and enhance your music and click on lyrics, it will tell you how many of your songs have lyrics and how many do not. And as you can see here, Pete has been super slack. One of my Christmas and holiday time projects is to make sure that I upload all my lyrics for all of my songs because as you can see here, not many of them actually have lyrics. What I'll do is I'll show you this one. So Time McFlies, this song here, you can see that I've already added my plain lyrics. So to add plain lyrics, you literally just click on there, you paste in the lyrics, and you're good to go. But if you have the musician plus plan, you can even add some synced lyrics. And I'll click here and I'll show you how this works in just a moment. My apologies for the frog in my throat today. So what you can do with this one is a lot of places like Instagram and now things even like Spotify and Apple Music, they'll actually have synced lyrics, meaning when someone's playing a song, it will show you lyrics at the same time. But you have to actually set your synced lyrics. So you have to come in here and do this little game that I'll show you how you do this. So what you do is you hit the play button here. We'll just do a little bit of this. It'll start playing your tune. And then this one has the longest intro. I shouldn't have done this one. But when it gets to the lyrics, what you do is you hold down your space bar and you can actually drop in your lyrics. So I'll show you how this works. So I'll hold down my space bar now. And then again. And you just have to time. You've got to time each one. So I won't do the whole song here because that would be a little dull, but it's very, very cool. And then once that's done, you submit it and then it goes out there. And then when people are playing your music on certain platforms, it all syncs up. Here's the even cooler thing. So this is a song called Time McFlies by Righty Dokey. But what if someone forgot that it's called Time McFlies, but they know that it has this one line in it. They know that it says, "Great Scott, this is going to be tough." So what they can do is actually come over here to Spotify. And if we search Great Scott, this is gonna be... Look at what happens here. Oh, don't go too far. Gonna be tough. There you go. So you can start typing and people can find your songs by their lyrics. And not a lot of people, I don't have premium. Not a lot of people know that you have the ability to search by lyrics. So if you've got a song that you're worried that people won't find because they won't know the title or even know who you are, you can actually search by lyrics, which is pretty cool. So yeah, DistroKid, they have a lot of very, very cool options. They can not only release your music, but you can then enhance your music and add your lyrics, and you can do splits, and you can add your credits, and there's too many things to talk about. DistroKid, we love them. We thank them greatly for supporting your music live and studio live today. They've been doing it for over a year, and they're just quality humans. And you don't find that with actual businesses these days too much. Let's speaking of DistroKid, someone who has released their music through DistroKid. They've released an album. They're called the Delicate Giants. They've released their album through DistroKid. And it is, of course, our man Russ, 8889. And he says, "Hi, Pete. Hope you and the family are well." We are, mate. Thank you. This is a short 2-minute kind of pre-Christmas track, not my full-on Christmas track. More on that after. But this is a mellow, Delicate Giant sound with a very light sprinkle that nearly makes it a Christmas track. Mastered by the one and only Jade Starr. Let the Christmas preparations begin. Let's come over to here and play this one. This is the Delicate Giants and Snow Mountain here on Your Music Live. The one and only Raz, 88, 89. Don't watch that show. So I'm going to try and send me over to my own show. Yeah, Russ, 88, 89, The Delicate Giants, with a little bit of a preview of what we may be seeing in the very near future. And very good stuff there from Russ as usual. And again, if you want to be like Russ, and who doesn't want to be like Russ, you can jump over to the link down in the description or up above and sign up to DistroKid. Start releasing your music online. I haven't mentioned the price, but it's $19.99 per year for the musician plan for unlimited releases. It's kind of ridiculous. It's too good value, you might say. Some people actually asked me that during the week. They're like, I actually saw these DistroKid ads on Facebook, but it looked too good to be true. And it wasn't until you said that, they sponsor your show, Pete, that I'm like, maybe this is legit. So there you go, DistroKid. Your prices are too low. People think that you're too good to be true. All right, let's continue on. And who doesn't want a bit of Happy Ron in their life? I know I want Happy Ron. I actually heard Happy Rod on, was it Thomas Christ, You Rock show? Yeah, he's doing the rounds now, which is good. I love it when I see the crossover in the community. It's awesome. So this is Happy Rod. It says, cover song. I sent this to a girlfriend of mine right after. I filmed this and sent it to a girlfriend of mine right after a painful breakup. Got a bit of breakup songs. We had KJ Cunningham with a breakup song. Now we've got Happy Ron with a breakup song here. This is called God-Shaped Hole. It's a cover of a Chuck Cannon tune, and it's by a one and only Happy Ron on Your Music Live.
My name's Happy Ron, and this song is by the great Chuck Cannon. It's about trying to be with somebody who's got a hole in their soul that's so big, only God can fill it. Tried to fix you with forgiveness. tried to heal your heart with love, tried to sweeten up your bitterness, but I could never do enough. The place inside of you that's broken goes all the way down to your soul, and I'm a fool forever hoping that I could fill a God-shaped hole. I can't roll the stone away. This ain't no resurrection day. I'm not a saint, I don't have a prayer. This just ain't my cross to bear. I can see it's time for me to set a slightly lower goal, 'cause I can't fill a God-shaped hole.
Little bit of Happy Ron. There's nothing quite like people playing live instruments, if you ask me. Don't get me wrong, I love virtual instruments. I love the fact that we can all create in our own audio caves with just ourselves and with our iPhones and iPads. But when you got, someone playing the upright bass and playing an actual physical keyboard and Ron on his guitar-lele, it's just it's a cool thing. It's a cool sound. It's a cool vibe, and live music for the win. Here's hoping live music can make a big bad comeback in 2022. Hey, haven't seen enough live music lately. Of course, I see live music every week here from the comfort of my own home, and I hope you are comfortable in your own home and you're enjoying the show here. If you are, thumbs up. Don't press the button. Just sit there in front of your screen going like this. That's all I'm asking. Don't smash anything. Don't hit any buttons. Just go. And then your family will walk into the room and you're there watching a screen going like this, and they're like, "What are you doing? I think we need to call someone." Anyway, someone that you may want to call is not the Ghostbusters. It is Tremor Bear. And Tremor Bear's back because we haven't heard from Bear for a few weeks, but there is a Bear in there, and he's brought a tune. Recorded over 10 years ago, I used a tiny little mic to record the bass and guitars right in front of an amp. The drums are loops, and I can't remember how I hooked up the keyboards. This is not recorded in GarageBand, just a simple DAW that I had. The name of the song is La Sasa, The Living Room. It has a very Latin rock feel to it. Well, I don't mind myself a bit of Latin rock every now and then, so why don't we come on over here and take a listen to this one, Tremor Bear with La Sasa. La Sala. Get it right, Johnson. La Sala. Tremor Bear, your music live. Let's do it. Mixing it up there a little bit, our friend Tremor Bear here on Your Music Live. Thank you for sharing. Remember that sharing is caring, folks, and that Sharon is indeed Karen. Yes, if you would, again, the favours you can do for me. People are like, Pete, people often ask me, Pete, what can I do to support you and your channel? And I say to them, I says, you can like the videos, but you can also share the videos because a lot of people have found this. So people like the Lily Pilly. So Jerry Gomes, he messages me and says, oh, this band, the Lily Pillies out of Australia are pretty good. You should check them out, Pete. And I do. And then I message Manny and say, Manny, your band's pretty good. And they're like, thanks. Can I play your song? Yeah, sure. And then the rest is history. So that's the way the community works around here, is that it's word of mouth, as I like to say. No, I didn't make that up. But word of mouth, it just helps out. And everyone, and look, it's not a grow together thing. It's not a let's all subscribe to each other so that we can all get more subscribers. It's not about that. It's about identifying and sharing cool music. And finding your niche, so finding people that dig your sort of music. And the cool thing about this community is we got metalheads, we got pop heads, we got synth rock dudes and dudettes, we got people that love the singer-songwriter vibe, we got folksy folks. We got everybody. You name it, we got it around here. And you won't love everything, but I can almost guarantee you that you'll love something that you hear every week here on Your Music Live. I sound like an ad for my own show. You're like, we get it, Johns. We're watching. You don't need to advertise the show. We're already watching. Speaking of someone who you should be watching, Black Covers, and I did notice, I don't know when this happened, Ingo, but Ingo and Black Covers are over 1,000 subscribers now, which is very cool, and testament to the fact that Ingo does some amazing work over there. So he's got a tune this week. He says, hi, Pete. The wonderful Carol Reed joined me on vocals for this great song from Keen, Somewhere Only We Know. 2:15 is a good entry point as to not miss out on the grand finale. Thanks for considering it for an upcoming YML. Cheers, Ingo from Black Covers. So we will we'll cue it up to around about this 2:15 mark, and we'll bring this up and we'll play it to completion here. So this is Black Covers with their cover of Keen, Somewhere Only We Know, on Your Music Live.
Simple thing where I become. I'm getting older and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you're hanging with it, why don't we go? Talk about it somewhere only we know. This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go? So why don't we go? This could be the
Quality stuff there, as usual, from Ingo and Black Covers here on Your Music Live. And thank you for joining us live. Yeah, I happen to know that Ingo's got a very cool project in the works. I will say nothing more than that, except that, Ingo is always doing quality work. And I think you'll enjoy, and I'm sure Ingo will bring us a whole bunch more in 2022. He works with a lot of amazing artists, and I'd forgotten about that Keen song, but it's a very, very cool one, and it's very, very fitting. It worked really well with the orchestral vibe in that one. Speaking of people who have vibe and who work well, we haven't heard from a certain penguin lately. But that's all about to change. And this is perhaps one of the best Cubie the Penguin tunes that I've heard. Look, if you're new to the show, a couple of things. All the links to all the songs that we've played are down in the description, so I forget to mention that. But if you want to catch up on any of these, if you want to subscribe to the artists, if you want to go and check out their music on the different platforms, that's all down in the description. So I save it in after each song, so you may have to just refresh your browser or refresh your app to get the description. But it means you can go and follow all these amazing artists and find out what they're doing and listen to the whole song, because I only play about 1 or 2 minutes so that we can get through more songs. And the other thing I wanted to say is if you want to submit a song, there's a link down below, studiolivetoday.com/YML. It doesn't always happen the week of, or there's usually maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I try to sort of mix things up, and it does take me a while to catch up. But we are going to do a big catch-up show coming up soon so that we can start 2022 afresh. Otherwise, I may need to declare Your Music Live bankruptcy and just go into the new year and say, right, we're clearing the slate and starting again. Let's jump over anyway, because this is Cubie the Penguin. And it's a song called Garden. And I was playing this to my kids last night, and I was showing them this because if you'll see down here, not to spoil it, but it's got some time signatures, 5444, 11844, and 34. I wonder how many of them that you can identify in this song. Cubie doesn't do anything by halves, and it sounds like they've bitten off a lot in this one. So please get yourself ready, get yourself psyched for the one, the only Cubie the Penguin and Garden on Your Music Live. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1. How do you get 11, 8 to work in a poppy song like this? Cubie found a way. He is indeed, or she, the coolest penguin in town. So Cubie is like Wi-Fi. Is mysterious. But yeah, the 5/4 section at the beginning is very cool. Then kicks into some 4/4 and then some 11/8 and then there's some 3/4 at the end. It's craziness. Like most of us are just like, you know what? I'm just going to make it in one time signature because that'll be easier. But Cubie says no. Cubie says I want to be in all of the key signatures. All of the time signatures. Oh, very cool stuff there from our friend Cubie the Penguin. Let's grab another tune. This is our friend Orchestra Eclipse out of the UK. And they say, hi Pete, this is an older submission I'm sending in again. Due to technical difficulties on my side, the song wasn't featured on a previous YML. That's right. There was a link issue, which happens sometimes. But you found it interesting, so I would send it again. This is a mashup of the Man of Steel theme with the Interstellar themes. And again, as you may know, I don't watch a whole lot of TV and movies. I'm very bad with my pop culture, so most of the time when Orchestra Eclipse submits something, I don't actually know the original work that's being copied, unless he does Ghostbusters, which I did know. But so I don't know. I probably don't know these themes, but we're going to take a listen to them anyway because it's Orchestra Eclipse, Man of Steel, Interstellar themes mashup on Your Music Live. Very cool indeed from Orchestra Eclipse. That's right, Bear. I don't know these because Australia isn't real. Spot on. Exactly. I don't have time because I have to spend all my time, getting my set ready and like pumping the heat so that it actually looks like I'm in a country that doesn't exist. So, very good stuff. Exactly. I'm the same with you, Michael. I'm like, even though I don't know the original content material, I still dig it. I'm still going to listen to it. All right, we're going to do some catch up here because we've got about 15 minutes of catch up before our toilet break. If you're new to the show, the toilet break is the midpoint at the 1 hour mark. We have a quick comfort stop. I go and say good morning to my family and fill up the water glass. And other things, and I play a song. So you're going to dig today's toilet break. What we're getting this ad again. I won't make you listen to it because we're on SoundCloud here. We're about to listen to some Sean Clinchy here. I don't even know what Australia's making positive energy. Is this about? I won't get political because it's not the time or the place, but. Yeah, from what I've seen of what we've been committing to, we're not making that many positive energy changes, just quietly. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to listen to their ad anyway. So there you go. We're getting a lot of ads, but no Lotto Cat. See, that says something about me. I would rather have an ad for lotteries than about energy policy, but that's just me. So Sean Clinchy says Curtis Mayfield's song, MIDI drums, violin, cello and piano, real acoustic guitars. Had fun doing a sort of string arrangement and mixing that. So we're going to take a listen to this one. This is a Sunny Side of Heaven, and we're going to take a listen to it live on Your Music Live. Very nice stuff there from Sean Clinchy on Your Music Live. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Sharon be Karen. Arr. I don't know why I went all pirate there for a moment. Sharon be Karen, says I. And Sharon is also Karen. Chris Martin. Chris has got an interesting video here, and he says the following. Creating a tune, I just play around. I just play what comes into my head. Suggestions on how to develop this would be good. All my YouTube creations are done on the fly. I also make videos for some. I discovered the Rolly, and wow, it gives you some expression. I used to get out of the violin years ago. I've never used the Rolly. Actually, no, I lie. I've used it once in like an Apple store and a demo one time, but looks like Chris is doing his work here on the Rolly 49 Seaboard, which looks like a very cool little instrument. So let's grab this one. Yar Sharon be Karen, says I. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Chris Martin with a little bit of a keyboard jam here on Your Music Live. I'm convinced. That rolly looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, that is a very cool setup, but if you're anything like me, whenever you see that much analog gear in one place, it gives me a mild anxiety attack because I'm a guy that likes to create using, this. To say my setups are simple would be an oversimplification because I love things to be a little bit simple. But Chris Martin clearly loves himself a little bit of analog gear, and I respect that. I just don't want to have to do it myself. But no one's asking you to, Johns. You don't have to worry. All right, let's move on. This is Aditha NR Music, and they say this song is completely made out of loops in GarageBand. I wanted to try out how much good these loops are and possibility with men. I am going to do more of these kind of songs in the future when everything is made out of loops. Very cool. Well, we're going to give this one a spin. And it looks like the video will show us some of these loops as well. Don't underestimate the loops in GarageBand, people. As long as you use them together and edit them and customize them, you can get some pretty gosh darn good sounds. So this one is Groovy Glitters, and this is Aditha NR Music. Oh, I better subscribe. There we go. And we're going to give it a spin here on Your Music Live. Very cool, yeah. I'm the same as Sam Borthwick. I don't use a whole lot of loops, but whenever I see someone using loops in a really effective way like this, and look at the behind-the-scenes stuff of this that Aditha does is amazing. And I think he actually said that there's a behind-the-scenes video as well on his channel there that you can check out if you want to learn more about it, about using loops and things. Look, Russ is digging it. Come on, Aditha. You've got the man, the myth, the legend, Russ 8889 digging your music. Then you're doing things right, just quietly. Alrighty, let's grab our next tune. We're going to go to SoundCloud. So let's see what else we want to learn about Australia's energy future. We'll see if we get another ad. Come on, Lotto Cat. Lotto Cat ad. No, we've got the energy ad again. The Australian government would like to let you know that they're serious. They're so serious about our energy future, they are buying ads on SoundCloud so that 18-year-old rappers in New York can hear about Australia's energy future. No, not true. Yeah, if you don't know if you don't know about advertising and how it works, you won't see the same ads. If you go to these same links that I'm linking down below on SoundCloud, you'll get an ad for your part of the world because advertisers don't pay to advertise on the content. They pay for the audience. So they know who I am. They know I'm an old man here in Australia yelling at clouds. So I'm their target demographic for lotteries and energy climate videos, apparently. All right, let's move on to this one. This is by B Cloud, and it's called Cloudy, and they say, I used GarageBand and Pete John's tutorials to edit it all on iOS. Nice. I used my guitar, microphone, and the help of the band's bassist to complete the song. Sounds very cool. Let's jump on over here to the SoundCloud. This is Cloudy from B Cloud on Your Music Live.
can't think it's my girl. Everything I see is cloudy. I can feel, I can walk this desert air. Everything I see is cloudy. I can feel, I can walk this desert.
Definitely a bit of a Joy Division kind of feel there. A little bit of Cranberries, a lot of folks were saying. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Very cool stuff. Nicely done. Continue on. Keep recording. Keep creating. Keep releasing music. Keep getting it out there because the more you do, the better you get. I keep saying this, I know. And I've been on a couple of sort of rants about this lately. When I interviewed the Lily Pillies the other day, Manny from the Lily Pillies, we talked about this, that, your first song's probably going to be your worst song, but you only get better from there. And we were talking about it yesterday on Featured Artist Lives with Mike and Jade on Creative Source, and saying that, the only way to get good is to start. Like, everyone starts at zero. Like, when Bono sang the first U2 song, it was the first song, and you probably don't know what it is because it probably sucked. But then eventually they wrote, okay, bad example. When Kurt Cobain wrote The First of Us, oh, leave it out. All right, well, we'll give a spin to one more song, and then we're going to jump into our toilet break song of the week. So this one is from Donster, and they say Stevie Ray Dawn was written and recorded by Don Stiver, aka Donster, in 2007, recorded on a Zoom 1044 MTR. Stevie Ray Dawn is about waking up and hearing SRV's tragic passing. It's a very popular song locally and was used on many SRV tribute sites on MySpace. Shout out to my MySpace. It's just been re-released on a newly released album, Roads of Life by Donster. Donster's label is Raceway Records, which was founded in the 1990s. 7 songs on the new album were recently remastered using Final Touch and Beef. Very cool. And Donster is now with DistroKid, thanks to a former student who has a new project called Infinity Vein. We're both in DFW Metroplex in Texas. I'm sure that means a lot more to Texans. So, Bear, I think you're in Texas. Anyone in Texas that can explain more about it, let me know. Discuss in the chat. But here you go, released by DistroKid. This is called Stevie Ray Dawn, and it's from Donster. And we're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Here's a song about Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's no longer with us, but his music lives on.
Apparently, there's a lot of things I don't know about this. So DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. I've been educated on that, and I guess I have some work to do to find out all about this, because it's either a Texas thing or a US thing. But yeah, none of it resonating with me. Not resonating. It's a great song, really cool vibe. I love it, but none of the backstory has any meaning to me. So I've obviously missed a whole packet of information and an artist that's apparently very cool, and then a tribute by a cool artist to an artist who's very cool. So all good stuff. All very cool. Right, we are going to jump in. I'm going to take a quick break because it is the toilet break. But you don't have to go anywhere. You can sit back and kick back and enjoy a tune because this is a band and we had them on the show. By them, I mean Manny from this band. This is the Lily Pillies out of Sydney, Australia. And I thought we'd give them the honour of having our toilet break here for this week. Now, I know we normally have Jade Star, and Jade, we will get to your tunes. I know you got some new Desir stuff that we can hopefully play on the toilet break, and I did want to let you know that Jade is doing, so next week, we're doing Your Music Live one day early, and then your regular time, because it'll be Christmas Day and Christmas Eve for those in the US and Canada and the UK, I'm doing it a day early. So Jade is taking the slot and doing a special Gladys Worthington show. So that should be a heap of fun. So a few schedule changes there. And the other thing is, if you've got a Christmas or holiday song that you want to submit, I was going to do a separate form, but so many people had already submitted their Christmas songs, I've just got them on the regular form. So if you have a holiday song, a Christmas song you want to submit for next week, just use the regular form. Just put Christmas somewhere in the description so that I can tag it in my little spreadsheet, my handy dandy spreadsheet, and we can make sure that we play it on the Christmas show. And then we'll have a big New Year's show, and then it'll be 2022 just like that. It's just right around the corner. Alrighty, yes, the toilet break is a great honour. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, it's all making more sense. I have heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I just thought maybe there's another Stevie Ray called Stevie Ray Dawn, but let's just move on. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is the new tune from the Lily Pillies, and it is called Don't Let Me Down. And we're going to play it live here on Your Music Live.
I lost my way. I'm somewhere else. I'm all alone. I tell myself, when you're with me, it feels like home. One of these days I'll be coming round. I don't want anything to let me down. I don't want to sleep alone in town. One of these nights when the stars align, looking for a guy with a sweet life. I don't want to sleep and take our time. Everybody's looking for another chance. Always want to try and be a better man. Now is the time. Everybody wants to leave the past behind.
bit of Lily Pillies for your ear holes on a Saturday morning or a Friday afternoon. How do you go wrong with that kind of jam? And I love that if you don't know the background and the story there and you're watching Manny and Alessandro rock out there as part of the Lily Pillies, Alessandro's in Italy and Manny's over in Sydney here in Australia. So I love the fact that here in 2021 we can have these virtual bands. Like we've got Russ and his cousin who play. We've got the Delicate Giants. We've got Saigon Slick and the Boston Bard out of Ho Chi Minh City and over in Boston. It is just amazing that we can have these collaborations, and it makes the world a better place. Hello, Anna V. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Very, very good stuff. Deserved of the toilet break slot here this week, I believe. And even though it wasn't a Jade Star tune, we're keeping it in Australia. We're being very parochial and going to Australia. No, we've had other people in the toilet break. Gary Hubbs has been in the toilet break. We've had Russ in the toilet break. So we are diverse in our toilet breakedness. Alrighty, how do you follow up from that? Well, we've got someone that can give it a red hot go, give it a crack, and that is our man Krog Song. So if you are a fan of this little ditty that you hear at the start of the show, then you might know already, or if you don't know, that is by our friend Mark Krogsong Lovell, and he creates some awesome tunes, some little ditties. He does special little 2-minute mixes of his songs just for Your Music Live, which I think is extra cool. And this week he's got another one. He says, "Hi Pete, another 2-minute mix for you. I have a confession to make. I cheated with the piano part and used Chord Player on a website called onemotion.com. It's a useful resource for working out chord progressions, and you can download MIDI, which I did. Anyway, hope you like it. You know what? I don't care. Thank you for your confession. And I think that's the key thing, that if you're going to use MIDI, that's totally fine if it works for your song. And I'm almost positive that that Krogsong hasn't just downloaded some MIDI, chucked it in and said, right, dusting hands, job done. I'm sure he's laid some pretty cool stuff over the top of this. So why don't you and I find out? Because this is the tune from Krogsong, and it's called Lazy on Your Music Live.
Takes me by surprise. I'm dreaming of you. I hear your voice. I see the laughter in those eyes, but the memory wanes as the years pass by. It goes and takes me by surprise. I hear a sound in my head, and it's driving me crazy. I don't know where it's come from, but it's making me lazy.
I love that Krogsong has a song called Lazy about how he used a website to get chords for his MIDI keys. It's just very, very fitting. It's got a dreamy feel to it, doesn't it, that one? Very, very cool as always. Catchy as HE double hockey sticks. Speaking of heck, for next week, again, just a quick reminder that we will be having a holiday/Christmas theme. Now, look, I know this time of year, everyone I never know what to do because I get in. It seems I get in trouble either way. If I don't do something, if I don't call something Christmas, people are like, you're being too politically correct. It's political correctness gone mad. And then if I call something Christmas too often, I'm just like, you realize we have people with different beliefs and different religions. And I'm like, yes and yes. So I'm just going to say, I live in Australia where we kind of just say Christmas and holiday interchangeably. So I celebrate Christmas, but I don't, and I don't care what you celebrate. Here's the thing. I say this all the time because people say, why do you play religious songs? Why do you play songs about the devil and all these sort of things? How are you on both sides of the spectrum? I'm like, as long as you're not hurting anyone or pushing your beliefs on other people, I don't actually care what you believe in. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel happy, that's cool. And if you want to sing songs about it, then that's cool too, if they're good songs and if they're not telling me what to do. Anyway, I say all that to say we got a Christmas show next week, people. So submit your songs. Link in the description. studiolive.com/YML. And you can be like some folks that we haven't heard from for a while. They went on holiday, vacation, and then they kind of disappeared. They didn't really disappear. But I think they had a bit of a break from creating music because they were basically prolifically creating something every week. But they're back. And it's, of course, Joe and Barry Glenn. They say this song originated from Shetland Orkney, the great Selkie of Sul Skerry. The Selkie, who can take human form on land, comes to calm his young son from its mother and predicts the death of both his son and himself at the hands of a gunner. I used your tip, Pete, for vocal thickening using stereo lag and new pitch, adding 4 tracks on the lead vocal. Very cool. I think I'll keep that in my bag of tricks. Excellent stuff. So let's go and enjoy us some Joe and Barry, because it's been too long between drinks for some Joe and Barry Glenn. So let's take a listen to this one. The Great Selkie on Your Music Live. Joe and Barry folk for your ear holes on Your Music Live. Very soothing, I know. I should always back up Joe and Barry with like some cranking metal. In fact, why don't we do that? No, I actually can't remember what this song is. I can't remember the next song that we're going to play and what genre it is. But it's by Morbid Circle, so it might be something a little bit heavy. We don't know. We'll have to find out. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Thank you for being here week after week. We've only got one more show for this year. No, actually, that's a lie. We have 2 more shows for this year coming up next week and the following week. And again, those will be 1 day early. So set your calendar, set your reminders. Make sure you're ready to go 1 day early. In fact, those videos are already set up. So if you search my name, Pete Johns, Your Music Live, you'll find episodes 80 and 81, our Christmas holiday theme, and then our New Year's show. And then we'll kick into 2022. And we got some big stuff happening in 2022. The show will remain similar, but different. We're gonna mix things up a wee bit, and I've got some ideas of how we can do things and have even more fun here on Your Music Live, if it's at all possible. So let's continue on. This is Morbid Circle. They've got a song called For You. They say recorded on iPhone 6. Represent vocals with the iRig adapter with GarageBand using GarageBand instruments mixed in Acid Music Suite. There you go. Bit of a blast from the past, the old Acid Music Suite. So we're going to give this one a spin. It is Morbid Circle with For You on Your Music Live. Very cool. Indeed, some perfect 80s synth pop goodness there. And the interesting use of the eyeball. I like it too. I like the fact that people go to some effort and create these videos, just simple visuals, but really good stuff. And here's the thing, we were talking about this yesterday again on the show that I did with Mike and Jade over on Mike's channel, Featured Artist Live, that people are creating on iPhones and iPads, and it's almost irrelevant now to say, oh, and you made it on an iPhone? Like, because we used to do that. People used to, when people found out that my first EP and my first entire album, in fact, were made entirely in GarageBand on my iPad and my iPhone, they were like, oh, wow, that's pretty good for doing that. And these days, it's not even part of the conversation, or at least it's not in a lot of the circles that I run in, because, people just don't care. Your end listener doesn't care what you made it on. And if you're making music on an iPhone 6 or you're making music in a $20,000 Pro Tools rig, it really doesn't matter. It's ones and zeros. It's all digital these days. It's digital recordings. And it's more about your ability to bring together good sounds, to have a good vocal performance if you're singing like we had there, and to bring the production and mix it well. And you can do that regardless of what you're using. So I dream of a day when we don't have to worry about how you're producing things. It kind of reminds me in the last week, like the first openly gay American or North American ice hockey player came out. He's like, hey, yeah, I want to just say that I'm gay. And I'm like, that is both the best and worst thing I've ever heard, because are we really in 2021 and the first person that's actually come out as gay as a hockey player? Really? Actually? And it's kind of the same with this. I don't know why I'm comparing that, but that's just in my head. I'm like, yeah, can you believe that this was made on an iPhone? It's like, well, no, I can actually, because everyone's been doing it for years, just like there have been gay sports people for years. They just unfortunately have not had the support to be able to be themselves, which they now can. Hopefully this is a pioneering thing. Where did we get to? How did we get off on this topic? Let's play this next tune from Marcus Kennell, a Symphonic Orchestral Instrumental number 7. And Marcus about this one says, hi, this is an orchestral tune made in Logic a few years back. However, I think it still sounds quite good. So no heavy guitars in this one. This one is quite long, being one of mine. I hope you can make it a spin for at least 2 minutes. There you go. Yeah, we'll give it a spin for a couple of minutes. Let's play this one from our man Marcus Kennell here on Your Music Live. Very, very talented dude, our friend Marcus Kennell. Yeah, a bit of a Western vibe in there. It must have taken a very long time, I can only imagine, to orchestrate, to arrange and orchestrate and compose. That's some amazing stuff, because it's the layers of that. It's not just a cool tune and a cool little motif in there, but it's how well it was actually orchestrated, so the right selection, and then the arrangement of it, making sure that you had all the instruments in the right little pockets and the right zones. And it's not about what you use sometimes, it's about what you don't use, so that making sure that you've got enough space in there for everything to breathe. So beauty strings for the win, and good stuff indeed. So 130 tracks, says Marcus. just a cool 130 tracks. And yeah, the drum, didn't even talk about the drums. Absolutely. Good stuff from our friend Marcus Kennell there, with some symphonic orchestral goodness for you. All right, let's grab our next tune. This one, we're going back to SoundCloud, so I'm sure I'll be told about Australia's energy future as we jump in here. We've had an ad every time on SoundCloud today. It's been quite uncanny. Yep, we got the ad again. Check this out. We get this ad. So the Australian government has paid a lot of coin to SoundCloud this week to promote it. So while we wait for that, let's listen to the description. Steve Boland says, from my new album, The Southern Dread, got a southern feel today. What do you reckon? We've had Bear, who I accused of being from Texas, actually from Arizona, with a bit of a sort of a Latin vibe. And then we had the Texas vibe of the Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute. And now we've got this one from Steve Boland called the album, The Southern Dread. He says, thanks so much for listening and for all you do. There you go. All right, and it's called Mama, Take Me Home. So I definitely think we're going to get a bit of a country vibe out of this one, just quietly. But let's you and I find out, shall we? Steve Boland, Mama, Take Me Home on Your Music Live.
Color your skin
I really like it. You get that real sort of push and along kind of like desperation feel from a track like that. And I think you did it really well in that one, Steve. So it kind of like in parts I was like, is it out of time? Is it? But it's really just that organic sense of urgency that's pushing through in that one, which I really dig. I liked it as well, Michael. Yeah, very good stuff indeed from our friend Steve Boland. And Doug, is it even 9 a.m. there? No, it's 8 a.m., mate. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm here in Adelaide, in sunny Adelaide, South Australia, where it was very sunny yesterday. It was 30, I think it peaked at 38 degrees. And I was at the cricket yesterday too, so in 38-degree heat. Luckily in under shade and shelter, so that's why I'm still not red colour, because I use the 30 plus, because when you have this little amount of hair, you got to make sure you hit the sunscreen pretty hard, and B, I'm an old man and I'm smart enough to realise that a bit of shade is a good option. So today it's only going to be 28 degrees, and that's Celsius, of course. I know many of you are probably having those degrees in Fahrenheit and much, much colder. So if you're feeling cold, it's come to Australia. Except you might get bitten and by horrible things. Let's continue on with some shivering demons is our next artist, and they say sometimes trips don't go the way you planned. Lyrics are all things that I actually witnessed on this weird day, and it's called Toast, and it's by Shivering Demons. Now I'm assuming you can decide what definition of trip you want to interpret for this tune. But let's take a listen. This is Shivering Demons with Toast on Your Music Live. You have to go and listen to the whole thing. Shivering Demons. There's occasionally you listen to something and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be there. I know. I didn't realize. I forgot that this had a Christmas reference, because they actually sent it in a few weeks back, and I listened to it and I'm like, we gotta totally play that. That's very, very cool. And then drops into a bit of rockin'. So yeah, I know many of you are now going to go over and check out the Shivering Demons, because first time we've heard from them, I believe. My demons are shivering. Yeah, I just love the idea of Satan making toast, and I'm just like, yeah, well, when I got up, Ganesh was cooking bagels. What? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking at the timing here. Yep, we're an hour and a half in. This is when things start going a little bit wacky here on the show. So if it's your first time here, or if you're new to the show, welcome to the wacky zone. This is where Pete kind of loses his mind for a little while. These last half an hour, if you only watch one part of the show, watch the last half an hour, because that's where things go all a bit pear-shaped in a good way, hopefully, or at least in an entertaining way. Jonathan House. Not the house, the artist. They say this song is part of an upcoming concept album soundtrack called Uncharted and mixes classical music with rock. I recorded and mixed everything on my iPad with GarageBand and BeatHawk. Very cool. Your videos have helped me so much. So I wanted to say thank you. Well, thank you, Jonathan. And as we say, it's your music live. So we're playing your music. So I thank you for submitting this tune. And this is called Uncharted. And it is Jonathan House. And let's take a listen here on your music live. I know, it's just getting started and you want to hear more. But guess what? You can't. No, you have to go and check it out. Go and check out Jonathan House over on the YouTube. It's just, it's absolutely engaging. Like you can't look away and you're wondering where it's going to go next. And I think someone mentioned in there, you can tell the difference between someone that is probably classically trained or at least has, you know, the 10,000 hours under their belt, because the timing and the expression in that piano part is amazing. Like that ain't no MIDI. Like, not above the fact that you can see them actually playing it, but the difference between a piece like that, where you have the ebbs and the flows, you have the expression, you have the feeling, you have the touch, that is, it just works perfectly. Really, really good stuff. Who was that? That was Jonathan House. Jonathan House in the house. So, yeah, you can jump down to the description and jump over. Let's do a metalhead hippie thing. Go on, there's Jonathan House, man. We'll get him out. Sob him up. Jonathan House. Yeah, boom. Sorry, I'll never do that again. I promise. I don't promise. I'll probably do it next week. Let's play this next tune. This is from Amayayok. Let's play this next tune. They say mango hibiscus spells out the feeling of summer and early spring. The melodies paint a picture of freshly cut grass, flowering blossoms and trees only just beginning to change to a shade of orange. That all sounds pretty darn cool. And it is springtime here. Yeah, we'll take a look and a listen to this one. So this is a mango hibiscus playthrough, and we get a little bit of visual to go along with this one. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. Vlog 2, mango hibiscus playthrough. And can you say that? Amayaxoxo. Sure. Let's go with it. I don't mind. I can call them whatever they want. Just don't call them late for dinner. Let's have a listen to this one, shall we, on Your Music Live. cool is that? Who hands up who wants that guitar? Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, we don't get a lot of sort of playthrough kind of submissions here, but when there's quality like that and when it's sounding that good, I say let's do it. Let's play it. Blowing me away. Yes, virtuosic. How would you say that word? Virtuoso. A virtuoso. Yeah, very, very cool. Oh, I've somehow highlighted all my comments here in StreamYard. I'm with you. I have problems with 6 strings. People that have 7-string and 8-string guitars, I'm just like, my goodness. I struggle with 6. 6 is hard enough for me. Let's grab a tune from Claret Lake. We haven't heard from Claret Lake for a little for a hot minute, and they say, this is Andy and Cy from Claret Lake. Hi Pete, Andy here. I was unfortunate enough to spend a few weeks in hospital in October. Sorry to hear that. I wrote this song while stuck in bed when I had plenty of time on my hands. I'm on the mend now. Good to hear, Andy. And because it's SoundCloud, and the Australian government is apparently pumping money into SoundCloud to advertise, I'm just going to wait for this ad to play through. I won't play it for you because that'll just that's giving them double. Then they're getting a couple of 100 people watching their ad and getting it for free. No, we won't be having that. Let's come back to the start of this one over here on the SoundCloud and give this one a spin. This is Skin and Bone from our friends Claret Lake on Your Music Live.
Beds are full, I'm all alone. Time to think and to atone. Position I'm in is prone. That's me, all skin and bone. Spirit sinking like a stone. Trying hard to stay in the zone. Hopes fading, have they flown? That's me, all skin and bone. Same old view, I need a drone. Autumn hits, thanks Dr. Chrome. Got 4 wheels under my throne. That's me, all skin and bone. Nights are filled with moan and groan. Lying here, my covers blown. In the end, I should have known. That's me, all skin and bone.
Oh, I love it. I love that beep, a beep, a beep, a beep. It just like, it just adds to it, doesn't it? It's like when you got a heartbeat in a song, just that monitor, because, we've all been there, hearing the beep, 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 beep. Yeah, very, very cool, Mike and Dawn. Speaking of Mike and Dawn, we have a Christmas song from them, which we will play next week. And we've got a bunch of other Christmas and holiday songs that we will play next week here on the show, which will be, again, 1 day early. So don't miss out. Don't forget, it means that for the folks here in Australia, it'll be Friday morning as opposed to Saturday morning. And for folks in the US, it'll be 12 o'clock, be midday on Thursday, which will be the 23rd of December instead of the 24th. And it'll be at 3 p.m. on the East Coast and 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or what you call UTC now, don't you? You don't call it Greenwich Mean Time. Well, you still can, but I think it's called Universal Time Code or something boring because the bureaucrats said, we can't call it Greenwich Mean Time. People that'll live in Shropshire will get pissed off. Oh, man. Okay, I told you, we get weird at the end of the show. Let's play this next tune. This one is from an artist called Lunae. Lunae, and I kind of dig this one. I don't watch. People think I should watch Rick and Morty. I never have, but we've got some Rick and Morty graphics here, and they say it's a lo-fi track, completely made in GarageBand. Watching your videos truly helped me to bring this to life, so thank you for that. Well, thank you, and thank you, and you, and you. And by the way, I haven't said it enough. Well, I have said it quite a bit, but DistroKid. They're our sponsors. They make this show happen. They are very cool people. And if you want to release your music, if you're making cool tunes and you want to get them out there in the easiest possible way, my recommendation is DistroKid. And it's not only my recommendation because they sponsor this show and have been kind enough to sponsor this show for over a year. It was my recommendation before they even sponsored a single video. I've been using them for years. They are awesome. So get your music out there with DistroKid. But for now, let's take a listen to this one. This is called Not Too Happy, and it's Lune on Your Music Live. Some very nice chord changes in there. I love me some lo-fi for those jazz chord changes that you get amongst it. Very, very cool stuff there. And thank you for submitting. Please, don't be a stranger. Submit again. Keep submitting. Never stop submitting. We're going to jump over, speaking of DistroKid, we're going to jump over to DistroKid's online file sharing platform called slaps.com. I don't think we've had a slaps tune today. This could be our first slapper, and we're an hour and 45 minutes into the show. So this is our friend Michael, aka Zealand Band. And you know what we like to do when Zealand Band is playing? We like to get some Z's in the chat. So if you're watching here live, or if you're watching on the replay, if you're watching on the replay, just put Z's, put the sleeping emoji in the comments. I wonder how many people get an hour and 45 minutes in and they're just like, oh, okay, Pete, and put the comment there. If you do, I will heart your comment and I will reply to you saying, you rock, you bloody legend. I promise you that. So go for it. Yeah, just like this, just like Desolate Morning. He's showing how it's done. Sometimes I feel really weird. I feel like one of those Twitchers that's like, yo, chat. Hey, chat. What's going on, chat? Chat, do this, do that, chat. Hey, boys. Oh, God, don't get me started on Twitchers. Why they have to yell at people all the time? It's like they're... Oh, anyway, let's play this song. Sorry, Michael. Let's play this song. Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band. He says about this one, elastic dream, when your dream stretches to take a little dose of reality, but survives. This is Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band, on Your Music Live. That is really, really cool. Yeah, a groove roller coaster is a great way to put it, Ingo. Wowzers, that is outstanding stuff. And the cool thing about Michael, aka Zealand Band, is that you never know what you're going to get. You hit the play button, and it could be anything. It could be the vast spectrum of cool, laid back to frantic to rockin' to chillin' and everything in between. Maybe even a little bit of illin'. Alrighty, we're going to play Something Beautiful now. No, that's the name of the song, but it is a beautiful song. Something Beautiful was produced from original lyrics and music I wrote in 2007. We did everything at home except for the final editing and mixing. This project cost around $4,000 total. Bit of an investment there. This is a song about the potential for creating beauty in this world, and it is a first timer. Please welcome to Your Music Live for the first time. This is Shira Notes. Get it right, Johns. Shira Notes, and this is a tune called Something Beautiful. For the first time, Shira on Your Music Live.
Staring at the clouds, I'm paralyzed by this beautiful mystery. I'm staring at you, I'm frozen in wonder at the endless possibilities. I'm walking down the street, I'm wondering about these people staring back at me. Am I what they want to see? Tell me, are we who we want to be? What life is this? What path is this that brought us here? Whose voice is this? 'Cause we can make this something beautiful. I'm lying here, I'm listening to this flood of words that's drowning my mind. I'm concentrating this fascination. Tell me, what is it we find? What life is this? What path is this that brought us here? Whose voice is this? 'Cause we can make this something beautiful.
Just a outstanding mix. Like, yeah, Shira's clearly a super talented singer. That goes without saying. But if you listen to the mix, if you listen to the arrangement of that track and how well it's produced, it is super full, yet somehow has enough room to breathe. Sometimes a full mix starts sounding muddy and it starts sounding overdriven. That mix sounded super full, but still crystal clear and crisp, which suited the song really well. Yeah, is there an album? I want it. Yeah, me too. I was going to say, I'll just check if it's been released. Yeah, it's been released to YouTube by CD Baby. Don't tell DistroKid that you use CD Baby. It's okay. We are a multi-distributor here. We don't discriminate. So yes, it looks like there is an album, Something Beautiful, Shira Notes. We might have to just look up Shira Notes because it does look like that either that's a single released or maybe there is a whole album that she's worked on. But yeah, SHIRANOTES. You can go and find it. But yeah, that was indeed Something Beautiful. I agree. So much talent. It is actually unfair how much talent that there is going around this community and around the world in general. Guess what? We are nearly towards the end. We are right at the end. We're pushing up against the end here. So I'm not going to even be able to play as many songs. We might try and sneak 3 more songs here under the bar, I think. So I wanted to play this one because Mike Haggith is someone who I interviewed as part of the Creator Series about a week ago. He's been doing a lot of cool stuff. He went live the other day on Facebook that I saw, which was very cool. And he's got an album, his latest album called Bridges. And he says, "Hey everyone, this is the first track from my latest album, Bridges. I submitted it to Thomas Christ's show, and it was so well received that I had to share it to YML too." There you go. So we don't have the exclusive. Tom's already spun this one. This track looks at my feelings of isolation and loneliness after moving to northern Manitoba and looking ahead to hopefully better days. I hope you all enjoy. Well, I'm sure we will enjoy this one because Mike Haggith is a heck of a creator and a heck of a performer and a musician. So let's take a listen to this one, Mike Haggith from the 55th Parallel on Your Music Live.
Maybe I'm a bit discouraged. Maybe I'm a bit misunderstood. But the view from my high-rise makes me miss all the times when things were good. Speaking of my lifeless stories, wondering if I should buy or sell. 'Cause the sun is smaller and the days are shorter from the 55th parallel. And I never will lose this feeling. And I never wanna let you down. Tell me I'm a bit excited. Maybe I was down a bit too soon. Maybe when the weather's nicer, maybe when the snow all melts in June. And I can feel you getting closer, honey, and I don't have to worry anymore.
Very cool indeed. A little bit more Mike Haggith for your ear holes there. Very cool stuff from Mike. And yeah, if you did miss the interview, it was really cool. I got to talk to him about him moving to northern Manitoba, and we actually chatted before and after the show in the pre-show. I talked about that, and he talked about how the days, like the night during the summertime, the nights are like 4 hours long, but during wintertime they get like 4 or 5 hours of daylight. And he said, "Oh, it's okay." He's such a positive dude. He's like, "Oh, it could be worse. People like right up in the near the Arctic, they have the whole like no sun for months at a time." So he's like, "Yeah, we're happy with our 3 or 4 hours of sunlight." And I'm like, "Mike, you are just a positive, awesome dude." So yeah, go and check out Mike's music and go and catch the interview right here on the channel if you missed it, because it was very cool. A couple more tunes to play here, and then we will finish up. And I believe Thomas Christ is live. I haven't actually checked, but Tom, let us know here in the chat. Drop your links. No, I don't have time to rant about it, but the whole, like, I'm part of this weird collaboration group that I don't know how I ended up in. And every post is, "Yo, drop yo links. We're gonna grow together. Let's start a Spotify listening group, and we'll all listen to each other's music because that's how people get popular." Yeah, no, don't, please. If you ever see the words "drop your links" in a post, it is probably either a scam, at worst a scam, or at best a complete waste of your time. So yeah, be very careful with the link dropping. Unless the link is Thomas Christ and the link is to Thomas Christ Live. In which case, drop that link, Thomas, and we've listened to it. Alrighty. John W. Adams, and in this case, his daughter, Alexa Mooring. John says, "I'd written this 25 years ago. I'm glad I waited to record it. Alexa's voice is so honest and crystal clear that I can't imagine hearing it any other way. She deserves to be famous," says her father. No, I know. Don't worry. I know what it's like when you have a child. You're like, well, if I could poke my eyes out and put someone else's eyes, I would. But yeah, we can't help but be in awe of the talent of our own children. You're just like, I made them, and now they're cooler than me. Yay! All right. Anyway, let's play this tune. It is called "When I Look in Your Eyes." John W. Adams featuring the wonderful Alexa Mooring on Your Music Live.
When I look in your eyes, I feel I've been found. I feel I've been lost and nothing sane without your touch to guide me through just one more day without you. There's a breeze in my face as I turn to face you. You look down and smile as if nothing's wrong and all is lost. So guide me through just one more day without you. When I close my eyes, I can see your eyes. I think about you, I think about us, and we are two, and two are one.
Look at the respect I have. I even let a guitar solo slip through. Great song and a great voice. Who is this? Well, that's Alexa Mooring, John's daughter, featuring on that particular track, which is very, very cool. I think it was good. Yeah, the band's called John. Yeah, very good stuff. And thank you for sharing and being our penultimate song here on Your Music Live. Can you believe it's been 2 hours? Is it just me, or does this show seem to get shorter every week? Or is it just that the talent is so good that when I press play, I'm amused and entertained myself? And I'm not easy to amuse. I talk about this with my wife. She's what I like to call TV tolerant, where she'll watch a show and she'll get to the end of it and I'll be like, how was the show? And she's like, it was all right. And I'm like, oh, why did you keep watching it? She's like, it was all right. And I'm like, yeah. As soon as I'm just like, this show's boring. And she'll be like, you've only seen the opening credits. I'm like, I don't care. This show's boring. Like, yeah, I've got a very, very short attention span when it comes to things that I don't dig. Yeah, what I say all that to say that I really do dig this the music that we've had here today. Speaking of music and speaking of cool things, I've been asked by a bunch of people, hey Pete, are you doing a celebration for reaching your 100,000 subscribers? And my answer has been, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that sort of thing. But due to what I'll call positive pressure from the community, where people are like, well, it's not about you, Johns. It's actually about us. We're the ones that have done the hard work and have had to watch your ugly mug for the last 6 years. So could you please kindly do a celebration? So I said, yes, okay. But I'm calling it, instead of it being the 100,000 subscriber celebration, we're calling it the 2021 celebration, and I've roped in Georgie, so you don't have to just look at me. So we're going to get together, we're going to be talking music, we're going to talk about a bit of the history of the last sort of 6 years of the channel, we're going to talk about the last year, 2021, and all the cool things that have happened in 2021, as well as some of the challenges, and looking forward towards 2022. So that's all kicking off on the 22nd of December for me. It'll be the 21st for many of you. So it's going to be Wednesday morning for me. It'll be Tuesday afternoon or evening for folks in other parts of the world. So you can tune in for that one. And then 2 days later, of course, we have YML, Your Music Live. So I'll throw this here. We'll put a link here for those that want to set yourself a reminder so that you don't miss out. There you go. I've popped that in the chat there. So while we listen to this last song, if you want to follow that link to the 2021 celebration. Oh, look, Thomas Christ has beaten me to it. That's how good my moderators are. They are my second brain. They are there before I am. So do join us for that. That should be a lot of fun. We'll have a beverage, we'll have a chat, and we'll have some good times and get a bit of engagement going on. And I know that, folks are very, so look at that, Georgie for the win. Folks are definitely keen to see Georgie and have a chat to her and find out the truth. Find out what a wanker I really am. No, that's 2 bad words I've said in the one show. All right, we're going to finish off here now because Thomas Christ is going do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. He's warming up his vocal cords, ready to rock your world with another Thomas Christ live straight after this show. But we're going to finish with a band that has been a bit of a fan favorite around here, and I tend to just sort of play them in the middle of the show, and I don't think I've ever opened or closed or given them the toilet break honors. So it is, of course, Drag Gurus, and they are a prolific creator and create some amazing stuff, and we're going to play this tune. They say, "Hi Pete, this is an 80s style synth pop song that I wrote and recorded in GarageBand on my iPad. I hope you enjoy it." It's only 2 minutes 30, so we're going to go out with this one here now. It is Drag Gurus with The End of the Affair, and it is the end of the affair we call Your Music Live. Thanks for hanging out with me here today, folks. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and weekend, and I'll see you around the channel for all of the cool shows that are coming up right here on Studio Live today. Let's take it away, Drag Gurus. It's the end of the affair, and it's the end of the show. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time on Your Music Live.